Here for the first unveiling today here in the Royal Purple booth. We're going to start over here. My name's Tim Strange. I also build hot rods at a shop called Strange Motion. Over the last winter, we put together the Royal Purple panel truck over here. Royal Purple's had this thing for many, many years. It's been purple with flames. Purple, imagine that. Then it was kind of flat black and it got stalled out and sat in a warehouse for a while. So they shipped it to me and we totally redid it. We didn't do our normal thing like we do at Strange Motion, everything cut and rubbed on the bottom of the body and everything like that. We built this thing to drive. We have about 500 miles on it already. We kind of hauled it a little bit to the power tour. We'll probably drive the power tour with it, do a bunch of events. This thing is built to be a road cruiser. Say we got about 500 miles, it floats down the road like a dream. We gutted it. It's got all new wiring, all new Fat Man chassis, Willwood brakes, Ride-Tech suspension, and we built it heavy duty enough and big enough Ride-Tech suspension underneath of it. So actually we're going to tow a trailer with it some. We might be working with Davey and find some vintage sprint cars to haul to some cool events. So it's, you know, it's built to be road driven. It's got a Lingenfelder 6-liter, B&M 4L80, Curry rear end, all Holley injection, Holley computer, Holley fuel rails, Holley makes this thing run like a dream. Vinny Jair keeps it cool, Snowden seat foam, I did it column, Dakota digital gauges, Flowmaster exhaust. It's been a great project. We made it to use it as a delivery vehicle, so we put a bed slide in the back, big kicker stereo. So that's what we did for Royal Purple. Thanks for having me involved in the project, guys. The Royal Purple crew back here are great people to work with. I've had the pleasure of working with Royal Purple for 12 years, I think, at the shop and doing stuff. So a lot of companies at SEMA just show up, try to take your money, don't do anything cool for the fans, the crowd that comes to SEMA. Great booth they have put here, and what you're all ready for now, we're getting ready to do a little interview and give you the information on the new Square Body Syndicate truck built by Yezzi and the crew here. And Broy, I give Broy a hard time, because you know, we're car people, nobody wants to admit you've never watched Fast and Furious, but Broy's the guy that orders the pizza. So everybody has to be fed, so come on up here, guys. So tell us a little bit about the truck here.
Well, the truck is a 1976 GMC. We had the original 1975 Indy hauler, which was the only one that was in existence. So we couldn't tear that one up. So we sold that and we built a tribute truck of the GMC that they never built in '76.
Some of the kids might have missed that when you said Indy hauler. For the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, they do this big, it's a big deal. It's a 500-mile race, and this was one of the project trucks, what we're going after here, that they had. Broy's going to give us all the tech on that.
Yep, so it was one of 27 trucks that were on the track. Of those 27, they built 3 in this color scheme that we paid tribute to. Of those 3, we know that 2 of them were crushed, and Joe was lucky enough to get the 3rd one, and we used it to get the designs, and you know, Joe was able to look at what GM decided to do with it and use it on this truck. And
there's actually a picture of the actual truck, which was a long bed, back here on the wall in the Royal Purple booth, so you can see what they were going after.
Yeah, exactly. And the cool thing about the truck that we had in possession is it was the only one that actually made it onto the track. They used it in the opening parade ceremony. It held Purdue's big bass drum, and yeah, it was the only one that actually made it onto the track.
Very cool. There's a whole bunch of history on the SquareBodySyndicate.com website, and pictures of, like he said, of carrying the Purdue marching band drum, the big drum, and one of them was given to the winning team's crew chief, which was Bobby Unser that year, right?
Correct. Yep. Bobby Unser's crew chief won it, and apparently immediately sold it on site to a fan that wanted to take it home with him that day.
Because if you're all mechanics, it's like, well, the truck's cool, but I'd like a paycheck.
Yeah, exactly. And that truck, we know for sure got crushed, so it did not make it.
And the cool thing, I think, you guys are debuting an Indy, it's a tribute truck. Because they ended up selling that truck to a guy and a collector. And the cool thing is, we have an actual Indy 500 past competitor that works for Royal Purple, Mr. Davey Hamilton over here. So that's how cool this is and how in-depth. I'm a huge Indy 500 fan, can you tell? I haven't missed like 22 years, so What else we want to talk about before we get ready to pull the cover off of this? We're going to pull the cover off and then talk about some more stuff, because if we say some things now, you're just going to totally glass over and forget about it all.
Yeah, I just want to thank all the sponsors that were there for us from the beginning to the end. We wouldn't have this truck here without you guys, and especially the three people, my cousin Rob Yezzi, who put this thing together. I designed it. Broey was there to just pick up the pieces, and Dave Million. Are you here, Dave? I don't see him. I was hoping he'd be here. AKA the professor. This guy was just amazing for us to help us. He helped us on the first build, and we couldn't do it without him on this one. So let's get this started.
So everybody's thinking, okay, I'm just going to say it because I'm the guy in the microphone, and I think honesty is the good. There's so many square body trucks. They're built the same way. They're dropped. They got the steelies and the caps. This is nothing like that. Are we getting ready to uncover this? And then we're going to do a talk about some of the finer points. So here we go. The guys from Square Body Syndicate, their 2018 Royal Purple Booth vehicle, cover coming off now. Nothing says America like a red, white, and blue truck. I think Yezzi should have wore like the Captain America outfit. Would have been way better. So as we walk around the truck, it's got the paint scheme like the one on the wall back there. It's a short bed because we all know cool kids build short beds. It's got a tilt-up bed so you can see everything going on up there. I feel sorry for the guy that had to wet sand and buff the floor. That's not a fun job. It's got a chrome roll cage in it. What else we got going on in the interior?
It's all leather, French stitch. We got a removable painted hump. One-off steering wheel made by GSI. Our Syndicate Series Dakota Digital Gauge Cluster. USA 1 custom dash pad. Roll cage was done by Hubcap's Hot Rod Design. With all the metal fab, and all the paint work was done by Nick Sonoris. Phenomenal job. Billet badges on the all the badges on the truck. They do amazing work. It's actual jewelry.
The wheels on this thing is amazing. You sent me a picture of it. They're a modern version. They're 20-inch wheels built by Mikey Curtis.
Mike Curtis.
And they just fit the truck. You got to have the turbine wheels on this thing.
Yeah. We did. We wanted to do something different. Everybody usually goes with a 22 with a small wall tire. We put a 9-inch rim on the front with a 12-inch wide tire and a 9-inch wheel on the back with a 14-inch, 11-inch on the back with a 14-inch wide tire.
I think there should be more sidewall in hot rodding. Don't you agree? Yes.
Absolutely.
Bring back sidewalls.
It's the 70s, so we wanted to bring that back. It was a little bit of a rolling the dice on doing that because we didn't want it to get lost in the wheel well. But I think it worked well.
Okay, now I think we're going to bring Broey back up. And this is, to me, it's cool like this. We're getting ready to show you the coolest part of it. You want to talk about this part? The motor? The Sam. Sam, you want to come up and talk about the motor? And I heard this thing come in. I like to say, it sounds nasty. It sounds like somebody's shaking a bag full of razor blades. That's how awesome it sounds.
You gotta pop this hood.
So here comes the hood. We have a Hot Rod magazine right here that the model, it was modeled after. So here's Mr. Sam to give us a little insight of the motor.
So right here, just continuing with the theme, the era, the inspiration, the 70s hot rod, the stuff we grew up with. I mean, this hot rod cover, this is burned in our brains. So what we want to do is our version of it is a GM Performance Crate LS3 with all the speed parts, including custom Magnuson supercharger. But the best parts are the custom gold anodized valve covers, Syndicate Series, the red pulleys. You got to come on the carpet. You got to take a picture of those, and the white headers. That to us is that is 70s hot rod. And then of course, it's inspired by the Keith Black all aluminum small block.
If you don't know who Keith Black is, I ask you to leave the SEMA show because you should not be here.
And then of course, just backed up with that all American Powertrain 6-speed. I mean, that right there that's how you build a super truck. That's how you build it.
So the fuel delivery system is from Holley Performance. And then one of the other parts of this truck that's the first ever seen is the Marquet side truck.
Anything else you guys want to add? Give them a round of applause. I think it's an amazing build. Like, it's a tribute truck. It's amazing. It's a Square Body Syndicate new build. It's awesome. So thanks for everybody for coming to the unveiling here at the Royal Purple booth. Enjoy your SEMA show. It is the most crowded ever since my 20-some years coming to the SEMA show of coming in here. So there is a lot of people here. Sam has something else he wants to
We have a
add.
special gift for VIPs, our sponsors, and some media. And we're going to give them out over here at the garage.
This is awesome.
Vintage-inspired model car box with our new, of course, Syndicate Series t-shirt. And they will be available, of course, on the website in a limited edition.
Artwork for that was done by Brian Stupsky, part of the Round 6 podcast guys. So we've been live at the C10 Talk, the Round 6 podcast, Street Trucks. Thanks for everybody for coming up. Enjoy your SEMA show.